Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
G'day folks, Shaun here from the Down Under Cruises. I'd like to thank you all for coming on board with us. This cruise that we've just done has been the inaugural cruise for the Helping Hands for Cruising. And our first recipient, Kenny, well, I can tell you what, last night I had a look at this man and my heart was full. Kenny was smiling from ear to ear. We had new friendships, new memories, the building of new relationships, all done within a period of 7 days. And I want to tell you, watching the smile on that young man's face, young Mr. Kenneth, watching his smile made all the difference. What we want is we want more people to come on board with us in Helping Hands for Cruising. Whether it be your hard-earned dollars or whether it be you volunteering, or even if you know somebody who needs the opportunity of a cruise of a lifetime, we're looking forward to having all these people on board. We want to thank you for coming on board. If you've already donated, thank you for your donation. If you've already been assisting one way or another, we appreciate that. More importantly, let's get some more on board. Helping Hands for Cruising. Well, good evening, folks. It's a good old 8 p.m. Melbourne time. I think it relates to roughly about Sparrow Fart, your time across the pond. Welcome aboard, folks. Nice to have you here. Well, that video that you saw there was taken a little while ago. It was taken 2 years ago when we did the inaugural. We've since had another 3 recipients, James and Cindy Catanese, followed by Scott and Amber Hicks, and now recently our latest is Roxanne Hall Yates, or Roxy Hall Yates. So, and I tell you what, that Roxy is a pocket fire. Like, she's just, well, everybody was saying that she just did not stop. G'day, Joe. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. And I guess one thing that, and the fact is that it is 2 years to the day almost. The one thing that makes Kenny and Roxy pretty much alike is their mental attitude. And that is, if you don't try something, if you don't keep on trying at something, nothing will ever happen. And in actual fact, all of our recipients fall within that
thought process. They don't word it out, whereas Kenny and Roxy do, and that is they get out there and they do whatever needs to be done in order to enjoy themselves. As Joe says, she's a pocket rocket, and sure, by gosh, she is. I mean, always on the move. They couldn't actually nail Roxy down, right? She was just moving all the time. I told them that they had 4 nails, a hammer, and they had to be able to nail Roxy's feet to the floor and her hands out to the wall so that she couldn't move. They just couldn't do it. They just couldn't get a hold of her. She just kept on doing things and having a whale of a time, and that's what we want. We want people to have a whale of a time, enjoy themselves, have lots of fun, keep on smiling, growing, learning, and that's basically what Roxy did. So with that in mind, folks, we are putting out that there are 2 more cruises coming up next year. One going to Alaska, one going to on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. We are looking for people who would like to host cruises, so please don't hold back. If you want to host a cruise, it's a 2 to 5 minute video explaining why you want to become a host and organize a cruise, and we want to get a recipient on board with you. If you are a recipient, well, sorry, that's not correct. If you know of somebody you think would be worthy of being a recipient, unfortunately, that can't be a family member. But if you know of somebody who you think would be a worthy recipient, a 2 to 5 minute video coming through telling us why you think they deserve to go on a cruise, and we'll get things done. It'll go up to the board, and the board will then have a discussion, do some due diligence, and get them on board a cruise ship. The criterion for somebody to be a recipient, that person needs to have never been able to travel on a cruise ship, whether it be because they are financially strapped, have lived the University of Hard Knocks, are disabled, or are the carer of somebody disabled and just not had the opportunity to get out there and have some fun. That all is worthy of them becoming a recipient. So with that in mind, put together a 2 to 5 minute video and get it up. Now, the way to get it up to the board is either through helpinghandsforcruising.org, the website, www, or you can go on to the latest website that's up now is, it's the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. So you can get on there and it'll pass you through. There is another website that's currently in construction right now, but does have links to Helping Hands, and that is the Down Under Cruises. So it's the downundercruises.com that you can actually go on to, and it'll give you a link to the Helping Hands for Cruising website. Well, g'day, Michael Ann. Man, either you are late in getting to bed, or you're extremely early getting up, or you're having a bathroom break. But nice to see you on board. Joe saying g'day to Michael Ann. So with that in mind, folks, please come back to us. Let us know who the significant people are that you'd like to get on board a cruise ship, and let us know. Now, talking about that, Michael Ann has got some great experiences with Roxy. I just mentioned earlier on, Michael Ann, that Roxy is a pocket rocket, and that she absolutely enjoyed herself doing things on the cruise, having lots of fun, dancing away, and you just couldn't keep her still. Michael Ann is saying she just popped in and the dog decided he needed a bathroom break. Are you sure it's the dog and not you? Because I know that we don't have a dog, but every night the dog wants to go and get a bathroom break. No, that's me. Awesome. Okay, so first things first. The upshot of the last cruise that we had was the put a lime in it. the upshot of it was that everybody had a great time. Everybody, yeah, even Roxy, unbelievable. I've been trying to get one of these for many, many years. Roxy got herself a ship on a stick. Seriously. Michael Ann said, well, it took the opportunity to go to, yeah, I thought you would take the opportunity. Joe, just checked out the Down Under Cruises website. You've done a great job on it so far. Thank you, mate. Your opinions are greatly appreciated. And I'm going to ask you just to have another squizzy and see what you think needs to be modified, if anything at all. Michael Ann's favorite words. Roxy never stopped. She literally never stopped. Did she sleep at all? That's the question. Did she sleep? Michael Ann said she actually got 2 ships on a stick and gifted me one. Wow, now I'm really jealous. 2 ships on a stick. Now, how the hell did she get them? Maybe you can enlighten us. Because, I mean, for me, I went to our cruise directors and I said, can I have a cruise on a ship on a stick? And their response was, we don't have any, but I'll tell you what, I'll give you a sticker. Oh, okay. Anyway, a ship on a stick. Yes, well, that's important. Marcolane is saying she thinks she slept at some point. We need to ask Roxy that question. When did you sleep? Because if you were busy rocking and rolling and at every function and whatever, well, geez, I mean, seriously, you must have been having an awesome amount of fun. And Marcolane, maybe you can put in there, how did your life change by having Roxy on board the ship? Because we know that anytime we put a recipient on board a ship, something changes. Something changes. Michael Ann is saying they actually didn't have any ship on a stick on the horizon, something about supply issues. Oh, yes, that's right. I was trying to forget that statement. But it was a great cruise, the Horizon, and I'm actually quite grateful to Amy for putting on a cruise 2 years, virtually to the day, 2 years since the Carnival Horizon went out with Kenny. We have now Roxy on board. So can you imagine, in 2 years, we've put 4 people or 4 recipients on board a cruise ship. What can we do in the next 12 months? Well, I believe that in the next 12 months, we're actually going to surpass that in terms of having 2 a year to having possibly 3. Joe is saying nothing needs modification on the website at this point. Oh, that's good news, mate. It will. He'll definitely let me know if he sees anything that will need changing. Mate, I appreciate that. Marcolane is saying she had a great time hanging out with Roxy. Besides having a great time, what pearls of wisdom did she impart on you so that you grew from the experience? Because I know that, I mean, look, if I take a look, one thing on the horizon was Kenny's 37-minute laugh, right? Because it had everybody in stitches. We all had a ball. It was fun. We grew, we learned, and then the effects after that were amazing. I know that James and Cindy had an awesome time, and their life was changed because they're coming on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise with us. I know Scott and Amber, their life was changed because they started cruising as well. So there are amazing learning opportunities. I know Roxy's life had changed because she'd never been on a ship. All right, Michael Ann is saying, really, Shaun, you're expecting me to think at 4 a.m.? Well, Michael Ann, you know, I think at all times. Like, I will wake up at 3 a.m. and pick up my phone and possibly communicate with you or somebody else. But no, I don't expect it. Joe, Kenny is so freaking hilarious. His laugh is so freaking contagious. Man, I can tell you that 100% for sure. But Michael Ann, if you feel up to not thinking, hey, that's fine. Go back to bed. Go back to sleep. Catch us on the replay. G'day, Jonesy. Welcome aboard, mate. Nice to have you here. We're just talking about the previous cruises that have gone on and how people's lives have been changed. We're looking forward to the 2 cruises that are coming up, and we're looking at possibly getting things organized with the Australian cruises. So we're looking at around about January 27 to actually get another cruise happening. So we're looking forward to people joining us on board there. Joe is saying, hey to my southern friend. Well, what am I, Joe? You mean your real southern friend? Okay. Joe is saying, Michael Ann, you're doing okay for an early starter. Michael Ann is saying she's going back to bed. We'll be listening in, though. Be my guest. By all means, go back to bed. But, Michael Ann, I will wake you up if I hear snoring from here. No, I'm kidding. Joe's saying sleep well. Yep, I'm kidding, right? Seriously. All right. Let's have a look at the next cruise that is going to have a recipient on it. I think you guys will like it.
Have you been dreaming of an Alaskan cruise? Or maybe you've taken one before and you just can't wait to go again. If so, the Helping Hands for Cruising Group Cruise is just the cruise for you. June 15th through June 22nd, 2025, you will set sail on the magnificent Norwegian Encore. This amazing group cruise will take you to Juneau, Skagway, a majestic cruise through Glacier Bay, Ketchikan, a stop in Victoria, British Columbia before arriving back in Seattle. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com today to find out how you can be a part of this fantastic group cruise to Alaska. This is one you definitely don't want to miss.
Yeah, that's right. It's one you definitely don't want to miss. Michael Ann, seriously, already? Okay. Joe is saying, Shaun, you're still on the mainland. Jonesy is the one I'm referring to as my southern friend. Yep, that's true. And Jonesy's saying g'day to Joe. All right. So, truth be known, if we are fortunate, God sees it in his eyes that we should be the lucky recipients of the lottery that's on tonight or the one that's on Thursday evening, and we have the funds, we will definitely be going on that Alaska trip. Good thing it's 214 days away, so gives us a bit of time to actually win. If we don't, I'm sorry, Bruce, but we won't be able to go on that one with you. However, let me put on the cruise that we will actually be attending. And I know for a fact Jonesy's looking at joining us on that particular cruise. So without further ado, let me get this up and let you guys see what the cruise is that we're going on. Yes, it's going to be an amazing cruise. We're certainly looking forward to having lots of fun on board, lots of new people to meet. Very quickly, Joe's saying goodnight. He'll talk to me tomorrow. Awesome. The Down Under Cruises will be up with a show tomorrow at 8 p.m., 4 a.m. Michaeland's time. So there we go. Yes, so it's going to be an amazing cruise. There's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of people going on board, a lot of new people that I will meet face to face, and also a lot of new people that we will meet that we've never met before. So we're certainly looking forward, and we suggest that you get involved and get things happening and join in. One of the big things, we've currently got 77 cabins now available. We sold another 2 over the last couple of days. So you know what, folks, get in there. They're moving fast, and what you're going to provide to Helping Hands will certainly set us up to get some good recipients on board. We are looking for some sponsors who will sponsor some of the cruises out there. One particular cruise that we're looking at is the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. We're looking for any particular sponsors, whether it be giving us cash or giving us services or whatever the case might be. But we're looking at ways that we can actually get some more support. Because actually, the way we look at it is Helping Hands for Cruising is certainly doing an amazing thing for people out there and also for cruising as well. It's getting one extra person on board that would not have ordinarily gotten on board. G'day, Marjorie. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Is this an early morning or a late night for you? Because I know that you don't sleep either. You and Kenny are fairly similar. And I know exactly what's going to happen with you guys on board the ship. There you go. There's a face I'm going to meet for the first time. Whilst I know Marjorie through the chat, it'll be the first time I'll actually get to wrap my arms around her neck and give her a good old hug. Kenny will be on board the ship. We will have Scott from Controversial Cruising on board the ship. We will have Jimmy and his lovely wife Colleen on board the ship, so we're looking forward to that. We'll also have Ross and his lovely lady Donna on board the ship. Bruce and, we'll have Cindy on board the ship. Oh, yeah, and Bruce as well. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Bruce as well. Yep. So Bruce and Cindy will be on board the ship. We're trying to get we'll have Dewey on board the ship, Dewey Ski. And we're trying to get as many people from the original cruise on board that ship as well. Just to make it as big as we possibly can. Because let's face it, folks, the inaugural cruise set up Helping Hands for Cruising. The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise is going to set us up internationally. So it's really quite huge. And so some of the things that some of the activities I know of that we're going to be having on board the ship is we're going to be doing a bar crawl, I believe. There will be a F125 race competition. So the person who gets around the track the fastest. There will also be group dinners. We will be looking at a whole host of different activities like door decorations and so on and so forth. I'm not privy to all of the plans that are being put in place. I know that is in Ross's hands. I'm only hoping that Ricky Rocker does not get his hands on it, because if he does, we're in trouble. Everybody knows about Ricky Rocker, so I'm not going to go further into that. If I say it one more time, he will pop up on the chat, and I don't want that to happen. That's almost like the Beetlejuice effect. So I think we'll leave it at that for the moment. Just wondering if there are any questions from people about about any of the rock and roll or any of the helping hands for cruising group cruises, happy to answer them. I am just going to say that one of the people that is coming along with us on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, a guy by the name of Mike Jackson, is currently not having a happy time. He is in hospital. I'm going to ask you all just to send your prayers his way. He's had some surgery, and some of the surgery didn't go according to plan. So we're all thinking of him and wishing him a speedy recovery. So there we go. But at any rate, Mike and his lovely wife will be joining us on board the ship. So it's going to be awesome. As I said, we've currently got 64 cabins sold. We have another 77 to go. So come on, folks. Let's get this thing sold out. Let's have some fun. All right. With that in mind, folks, we've been going for close to the half hour. I'm going to say good night to you all. What I will do is be up tomorrow with the Down Under Cruises. We will be running our normal channel at 8 p.m. Melbourne time, which is like 4 a.m. your time across the pond. And we wish that you guys come across and join us for the great banter. I know at least one person who might be popping in there, but I'm not going to say who it is because he already said so, and that's Joe. He will be popping in and saying, well, I'm not going to say who it is. Definitely not going to say who it is by the name of Joe, but there we are, as well as a couple of others. So we look forward to catching up with you tomorrow on the Down Under Cruises. Hopefully you have a great evening. If you're having an evening, a great day today, if you're the other side of the pond, and we wish you all happy travels. Let me just bring this back up and we'll sign off with our usual sign off. So take care, folks, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with helping hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, cruising. Helping hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be an ocean that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but helping hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping hands for